Ever since I started making videos about my Lenovo ThinkPad E580, the one question I get more than any other is how long is the battery life? How long does it last with real world use? Well, in this video, I'm going to take this on the road for the day and find out. Let's go. Okay, it is currently 10:35 a.m. My battery is reporting it's at 98%, and I'm using the second lowest, so almost the most battery saving power mode here. And what I'll do is I'll hit the road now, I'll take this out with me, and we'll check in through the day and see how this is tracking and how much battery power is being used. Let's go now. Oh, and I'll be putting the laptop into sleep mode every time that I'm walking between my different venues that I'll be going to today, so it shouldn't be using much power, if any, at all, while we're on the go. So the laptop is still at 98% because it has been living in my backpack as I've been walking to the first location that I'll be using it. But one thing I did want to mention before we look at the battery is the weight of this laptop is pretty hefty. So if you are looking for a really light and portable laptop, if you're throwing it in your backpack, then this may not be the one for you. But there is that trade-off. You do get some pretty good power and performance in the E580, but you're just going to have to carry a little bit of extra weight. So I've made it to my first venue and we have 96% of our battery. We've lost 2% somehow with it in the bag. And yes, my screen is shamefully dusty, but the good news is that we found a venue that has the Test cricket on live, so I can get to work and keep up with what's happening in the Boxing Day Test. So we've spent about 35 minutes just responding to some YouTube comments and watching a few YouTube videos here, and we are down apparently 3 hours 25 minutes left to go. Let's check our battery status here. 72% on this battery mode, so we've used it for about 40 minutes. Oh, we're down to 71. So yeah, we're going through the battery pretty quickly here. Let's continue to work here. What are we? We are 1:04 p.m. We're going to work here at this new location. Yes, I do have the cricket here again, and we're going to see how we go in the next hour or two and see how the battery performs. Okay, another nearly hour and a half has passed. We are now here at 2:22 p.m. Let's check our battery status. So our battery is at 1 hour and 2 minutes, just 35% remaining. If we click on our battery, now 33% remaining. And the thing that I must point out here is that I've had my phone, this phone that I'm using to film, hooked up here. So the network connection here has been my iPhone 6s Plus here. So that is going to drain quite a bit of the battery because it's not only charging my phone, but it's connecting to my network connection, which is allowing me to use all of the things that I've got here. Now, what I've been doing, I've been checking email, I've been updating my YouTube channel, I've been responding to comments, and that is what has used up all of this battery. So we'll continue on and see how we go. Okay, so the bad news is that the Australians have been bowled out at the cricket, but the good news is that we still have some battery power left on our laptop here. So how much do we have? Let's zoom in and take a look there. We have 45 minutes, 27% remaining. If we click on this battery icon, we have 25% now. So we have a little bit of battery life left. Let's just see how much more time we can get out of this battery. Okay, so my screen has faded in its brightness, which means that we are in battery saving mode. So how much time do we think we have left here? We think we have 35 minutes and battery saver is on, 22% remaining. If we click on it, we have 20%, and here we are at 3:37 p.m. So we've had a few good sessions here with the laptop, and we still have a little bit of power here to go. Okay, here we are back in the studio, and let's turn on the E580 and see how we fared with our day's worth of use. Okay, small technical issue. We lost the last piece of footage where I gave you my conclusion, which is this, that we ended up getting around about 4.5 hours worth of total work done in the day. Now, a couple of things to keep in mind there. I had the battery set to the second lowest setting, so not the battery saver mode, the next one up, and I had my iPhone 6s Plus tethered via USB, both providing the internet connection and charging my phone. So that is going to use a significantly additional amount of power. But I wanted to show what a real world use would be like, where you wouldn't necessarily have a Wi-Fi connection and you have to charge your phone and use that as the internet connection. So yes, you could probably get the 6, 7 or 8 hours use if you really went light on the battery, if you weren't charging your phone and if you had a Wi-Fi connection. But for me in this test, I got about 4.5 to 5 hours, which is not too bad, not having to plug in your laptop for that length of time and to keep your phone charged and have a reliable internet connection as well. So there you go. I hope you found this real world test a little bit useful. If you've got any other questions or anything else you'd like to know about my time using this particular laptop, just drop those down in the comments and I'll see you on the next video. Hey, thanks for sticking around. If you'd like to check out even more videos about the Lenovo E580, you can check out the 2 videos linked down below. You can also subscribe to the channel by clicking on the Studio Live Today link in the top right corner, or head on over to studiolivetoday.com for even more audio goodness.